와우. 2キロか？
2キロでしょ？
やだ。てか16号に行くんだよ。
Okay. じゃあ普通で。普通で行こう。Howdy ho, neighbors! All you EV enthusiasts out there. Oh, hang on. My car's talking to me. Yeah. Gonna be one of those days. Car's talking a lot. Today's a rainy day, so I have the camera turned around facing us today. Hi. How are you? And first thing I want to do before I forget, I have to say thanks to Neil. Neil, thank you so much for that gift. I'd be wearing it today, but it is raining, and you can see what happens with white hats with my head. They get filthy. So I will wear it, and I wanted to wear it in this video, but it is raining. I don't want to get dirty. So I'll wear it in the next video if the weather permits. I'll wear it in the next video. And thanks a lot for the hat. Really appreciate it. Cool. It's really nice. That's a nice hat. Thanks, buddy. Now today we're not doing any kind of special drives or anything. The weather's not good, and this isn't even our car. This car is a loaner car. My car is in the shop. It went in for the 1-year check, and just before the 1-year check, on that trip we took to Ito to swim with the dolphins, coming down that big mountain that we went up, it started making some terrible noises when I was using the motor brake, and I didn't know what that noise was. And then, jeez, that was dangerous, dude. Then the noise disappeared. And then just before I took it in for the 1-year check, it started making. I thought there was a helicopter flying over my head, and I realized it was a car making the noise. And so, yeah. So when I took it in I took it in when I first found the noise, but by the time I got there, the noise had disappeared. It comes and goes, and the dealership's like, well, next time it makes noise, bring it in. And then one day I was driving and it was making noise, so I turned around right away, went back. And they finally heard the noise. They heard the noise. And they said, okay, we can hear the noise. It's very faint, but your checkup is coming in with, like, the next 4 days. You're going to bring the car in for the 1-year check. During the 1-year check, we'll look for that problem and see what we can find. Well, I turned it in, and it did the 1-year checkup. And other than that noise, everything else, came out with flying colors. I also put a couple more options into the car, some new cool things for the car at the same time, and then the noise disappeared. They couldn't find it. They drove and could not hear the noise anymore. It's very faint. It is very faint. And so what they had to do is they actually had to go out and buy some parts. They bought some kind of really high-tech electronic listening thing with little sensors, and they attached these sensors all over the engine compartment, and drove around. And even then, because it wasn't making the noise at the time, it just, gosh dang, I love how people do that. Okay, I'm going. All right, go ahead, dude. Anyways, and so I think they just yesterday the car finally started making the noise again, and so now they found the problem, and it's nothing serious. It's the compressor. It sounds like they think it's the compressor, or I guess they're sure it is because they ordered the parts. The compressor to the air conditioning. I don't get it, because we weren't even using air conditioning or the heater, so I don't understand how that's possible, but they say it's the air conditioning compressor making that noise when we use the engine brake. We'll see. I'll probably get a brand new air conditioner compressor, and then a week later it'll start making the noise again. But if that's what they say, whatever. They can go for it, dudes. Go for it. I'm not too worried about it. So anyways, I haven't had my car for, we're going a week and a half. That's why I didn't make a video last week. I apologize for that. Yeah, I still don't have my car, but You know what? I want to say thanks to Neil, first of all. And I also have some pretty big news coming up. It's a pretty big deal. I don't know when I should release the news because it's still a long time until anything happens. But it's pretty big. I got big news coming up. Yeah. Anyways, what we're doing today is I'm just going to do a normal drive. We're at 81% on the battery. I've already traveled 3.2 kilometers, and I am showing 135 kilometer range because, well, heck, it's not my car, so I'm driving it a lot of fun ways. So yeah, so it's kind of low on miles, but it's fine. It's actually this car has about the same miles. It's really interesting. This car has about the same miles as my car, and I have the OBD2. I plugged it into this car and compared. And even though this is a loaner car that the Nissan dealership gives out to people when their cars break down, this is a loaner car. So it gets a lot of quick charge. This thing has over 200 quick chargers on it. And yet the battery's in better shape than my car. Not by a lot, but my car's showing, I think last time I checked was 94. Like I said, when it warms up, it might edge it back up to 95. I don't know. I haven't checked it since the last time on the trip. But right now it's 94. This car is showing 97% on the battery. And I'm telling you, these loaner cars, the batteries are abused. I mean, they aren't. If you don't own the car, you don't really care. So you just quick charge all the time, and you drive it hard. You drive it to almost empty before you charge it and stuff, you know. And they also, it looks like they charge 100% all the time. They don't have the battery save program turned on, and so I have to say, very impressive, very impressive. I mean, my car's not much under it, and it just goes to show what I've been saying about these batteries. They're way more rugged than people made you out to think, like the media made you out to think. These batteries can take the abuse, and they're fine. They're fine. It's good news. I'm not taking it negative at all that this car has better battery condition than mine. It just proves that all the stuff I did thinking I was protecting the battery didn't do a damn bit of good. It just doesn't matter. That stuff just doesn't matter. It just matters how, you know, when they're being built. And that's one thing about batteries. The funny thing about them, they could be coming off the same assembly line, and the one in front of the other one. The one in front could be like super great battery with really good life, and the other one right behind it could be super crappy. You know, it's just the way it is. It's how batteries work. And I'm not saying my car is super crappy. My car has a great battery. It's fine. But it's I think normal. It's just normal. This one is a little bit above normal. And I've from you guys watching my videos, I've heard from you guys, some of you guys have extremely good batteries where your cars have been a lot more miles than this thing and still showing 100% life. And I'm like, good for you guys. Lucky, lucky, lucky. But yeah, so these cars are great. We're just loving it. We're just loving our car. We're going right now, we're heading out to check out an e-NV200. It's a wagon, which means it's the 5-passenger, not the commercial vehicle, but the consumer vehicle, the one for like families and stuff. We're gonna go check it out. I already checked it out once over at the main office in Yokohama, but you couldn't drive it. This one we can actually test drive. They don't have any 7 passengers in Japan for test driving or even looking at. They're not even available. Nobody's even thought about buying one yet because they are 50 grand, you know. So nobody's even thought about buying one yet for over here. So there's 0 to test drive or even look at. But 5 passenger, they have a few, literally a few, and they travel around. And we tracked it down to their homepage. We were able to track down one, and it's actually right now this week it's kind of close to our house. It's not very far. So we're going to travel over there, and I'll do lots of video of that and pictures and stuff. And I'm kind of curious, the one that...
Do you have measurement?
Oh, the tape measure. I forgot the tape measure. I want to bring a tape measure. Dope! You have that little one, though. You always have with you. You're red. It's at home, too? Uh-oh. Might have to stop at the 100 store and pick up a tape measure. Yeah. So, I'm kind of curious. Ian Sampson, he test drove a 5-passenger, and I can't remember if he had the wagon or the van type, but he test drove one, and I'm kind of curious if they're the same. I mean, they're built in the same place in Spain, so I would imagine they're all the same, but maybe they're different. I don't know. So I'm going to take some videos, and you guys watch the videos and tell me, are they the same over in Europe? If you guys are watching over there in England or whatever, tell me, are they look the same on the inside now? I'm kind of curious. I don't know. Like, what I'm curious about is they were advertising. I saw a British report, a UK version, and it was a pretty cool one. It's this band guy in UK. He test drove. He got to borrow a e-NV for a while. He did a review on it. I don't think he bought it. I think he's borrowing it. And he was giving some of the stats on it. I think he said it has a 6.6 kilowatt charger on board. And all the Leafs in Japan, I already told you this before, all the Leafs, you can't even, that's not even an option. They're just strictly 3.3 kilowatt onboard chargers, because they don't offer the ability for your house to have the capabilities of charging at 6.6 kilowatts over here. So I'm kind of curious, does that van come with a 6.6 kilowatt charger like it supposedly does? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. I just want to know, how similar are they? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go check it out today, measure things, stuff, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to keep the camera running and give you a real-time idea of what it's like driving around here. I know the camera's facing me and not the road, but it's raining. It's kind of a cloudy day today. Not even that warm. It's actually quite cool today compared to what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a nice warm 22 degrees today. It's only 16 for a high. It's kind of blah. I mean, 16 is not bad. It's a nice spring temperature, I suppose, but it's kind of blah out there. So I'll just keep it facing this direction, and so you can get an idea. You know, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir a lot of times when I make these videos, because most of the people that have subscribed to me, they own these, or they own some kind of EV. So, yeah, I feel like what I'm saying, you guys already know. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach out to the people who are like on the fence about a Leaf or i3 or a Tesla or whatever, and I'm trying to like let them know that it's not like the media says. It's not even close like it. As a matter of fact, it actually is very similar to what Nissan said at the very beginning. These things first came out, before they even had quick chargers available. They said, 90-some% of the people out there, 98% of their driving is within a 100-mile radius. So the car is, well, actually not even 100. What did they say? 50-mile radius. Actually, 90-some% is a 50-mile radius, like that. So I mean, you're totally fine. The car is totally doable. That's what today's drive is about. It's not about taking a trip. It's about just everyday driving life and what it's like in this car, and how often do I have to charge. Well, in all honesty, I don't. You don't have to charge for just everyday driving. You really are well within a 60-mile range for everyday. Well, especially in Japan, we're not even 60-mile range. I mean, 60 miles of commuting for everyday work, errands and stuff, that'd be ridiculous in this country. It's just so, so small. So really no problem at all over here. And I mean, we use our heaters. We use I never have it in eco mode usually, and no problems at all. No problems at all. That's what today's video is about. But I feel like most people watch my videos, it's falling on ears that already know this. So, kind of wasting my breath. I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking about making a promo video. And the promo video I want to make is about how Japan, because of Nissan's been very aggressive about getting these quick chargers out, and the reason why they're doing that is, it dawned on me, it's common, it makes total sense. Nissan over here is really pushing for companies to buy their work vans, those e-NVs, and also they actually have a full, like, what is it, 2-ton, 4-ton, I don't know what it is, a big truck, work truck, and they want a full electric work truck even, and they're trying to get companies to buy them, but they need infrastructure pretty good, because especially that truck, the truck even has more batteries in this car. I think it's kind of close to I think it has like 80 kilowatts of batteries in it. And even with 80 kilowatts of batteries, like similar to a Tesla, it has a 60-mile range because it's such a big truck, right? It's not good range. So what they're doing is they're really trying hard on getting these chargers put up all over, building the infrastructure, and they're doing a great job. I didn't even realize how low. It didn't seem low when I bought the car. When we bought our Leaf, which was 1 year ago to this month, how many chargers were available at the time? 2,000, something like that? Yeah, a little over 2,000. Right now, as we speak, we're over 6,500. And they're promising to double that by next year again. They're going to double that. And so you've seen my maps. I've shown you how ridiculous it's just charges everywhere in certain areas. Some areas are pretty sparse still. But like in our area, Chiba, Tokyo, Kanagawa, Saitama, those areas is really good. You go over to the other side of the mountains, over towards, what would that be, Nagano, and those areas, it gets a little sparse. And so they're still working on it. But it's growing fast. And the reason why is because those trucks, they want, like I think the story is, we have a convenience store chain over here. It's called Family Mart. I think it's Family Mart, right? And Family Mart, I think, bought a whole bunch of those trucks. They're going to try them out. And so that's why every Family Mart over here is starting to pop in chargers. They got their quick chargers, and it's mainly for their trucks. So when the trucks, while they're delivering, they plug in, and the thing's charging it up while they're making their delivery. And when it's time to go, they got it pretty close to full charge again, and they can take off to the next convenience store. And it's pretty clever. And so what it's doing is showing, thanks to that, I have a model. Japan is now a model of what the future will be like for EV people. We won't need to worry in the future about, well, can this car go 300? I hear it all the time still. I hear it all the time on the comments stuff. Well, I'm waiting for when the electric car can have a 1,000-mile range on one charge and stuff, and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be like that, really, if you have a decent infrastructure. And thanks to Nissan and size of Japan and everything, we have that model going right now. And so I'm going to make a new promo video explaining that. I got to explain that. What I'm trying to do is kind of showing what the future is going to be like for Americans and Europeans and people in other areas where they haven't got that infrastructure set up like Japan does yet. And what it's going to be like. Those i3s are going to be able to go anywhere. And the little Sparks, or whatever those things are called, the Leafs at the current range, you won't be biting your nails. You won't be worrying about a thing, and the batteries can definitely handle it. We figured that thanks to especially Ian Sampson's done a great job proving how durable the batteries are, because he travels a lot in his car, a lot more than I do, and I don't see any degradation in his mileage yet. He's doing great, guys. He's got a great car, and so I'm hoping with this new pro video making, hopefully YouTube will run a couple commercials somewhere, and I can get some people that don't know about the EVs so much. Maybe I can broaden my channel a little bit. Of course, I want you guys watching my channel. Like minds, I would love to have like minds on my channel, but I think we also need to hit the people that are just on the fence, that they've heard all the negativity from the media and everywhere else, and like my father, he's not even on the fence. He's not even close to the fence. He is so set in his old ways, and it doesn't have to be that way. First of all, electric cars are not anything new. They were all over the place. Over 100 years ago, electric cars were here before the gasoline car was. Henry Ford's wife, she herself drove an electric car. She wasn't about to mess with a gasoline engine, because back then it's a turn crank. Not gonna happen. So she had an electric car. And back in the old days, before the gasoline engines caught on, it was electric cars everywhere for horseless carriages, and it was really cool. It's kind of like they had now, like where you would go, the places you would go, wherever you parked your car, they had little plug-ins, and you could plug your electric car in. And those little cars got close to 100-mile range. They didn't go near as fast as today's cars, but they got close to 100-mile range on one charge on those lead-acid batteries they had. and that was they're a pretty impressive car. And the mechanical technology really hasn't changed much. We switched over from DC to AC to the Tesla motors. We're using the Tesla motors now because they're brushless, they're more durable, and I like to think they're more efficient. I don't know about that though, a lot of people. But the DC type, I think they create more heat than the AC type. I think that's one of the byproducts of DC because they're brushes. They have brush. Anyway, so technology hasn't changed much as far as that goes, but the battery has. The battery has really changed a lot, and it's exciting to see where the battery's going. I was watching Jack Ricard's channel last week. He just had a really good episode about these students at a university invented a whole new style battery. It's not a lithium, but it's a rechargeable battery, and incredible. It's gonna start off. You're gonna start seeing it in portable devices. So it's just great news. First of all, it's flexible. You can totally bend the crap out of it, fold it in half, and it doesn't affect the battery at all. It's not dangerous. They drilled a hole through it, and the thing did not catch fire or anything. As a matter of fact, it didn't catch fire or anything, and it still worked. It's a wet battery, so there is a liquid electrolyte in it, so it was leaking out after they drilled a hole in it, but it continued to work until enough of that electrolyte came out and it stopped working. They're incredible batteries, super durable. The biggest thing about them is really cool is these university students discovered after over 7,000 cycles on these batteries, zero degradation. Still 100% health on these batteries, zero degradation. And on top of that, they were able to do a quick charge on these puppies and charge them up in a minute. 1 minute charge, and no degradation. Incredible. The only negative thing about them is they're kind of low voltage. They're not as high voltage. They don't go up to 4 volts or even 3.7 like a lithium ion does per cell. They're a little lower voltage, but that's okay. They're working on it. They're seeing what they can do with the chemistry to make them a little more higher voltage. But we've got new battery technologies, and it's thanks to these portable devices, thanks to Apple phones and the iPhones and the Androids and the portable computers and consumers demanding longer life. And now, especially with that Apple Watch, people want the Apple Watch, and right now the battery's a joke on that thing, and so they're going to want a longer life battery because that phone is not cheap. The Apple Watch. I mean, I said phone. That watch is not cheap. Really not cheap. Even the cheapest model is like over $400, and with the battery, maybe it'll last you 1,000 cycles, 1,500, and you can't replace it. What are you gonna do with that thing, huh? So this new battery that these students have invented, you're gonna see it slowly migrate over to our portable devices first, and hopefully something like that, maybe even better. I'm still hoping for a solid state battery, but that's still further away than what these kids are. They've already invented a battery it's not a theory. It's a working model, and so that's pretty exciting. Our electric cars are just getting better and better. The batteries are getting better and better, and there's definitely a future in it. And I think the infrastructure is one thing. We won't have to think about, I can't afford a $100,000, $80,000 car, yeah, but I need that for the range because right now 100 miles isn't far enough. I need more range because there's not enough chargers. Right now we live in that world right now. In a lot of places, especially like America's freaking huge country. It's gigantic, and there's still a lot of spots that are just so barren for chargers, quick chargers. So that's what this country's about. This country is going to be a great model to show people what is just around the corner. Even for Americans, it is literally could just in a couple years it could be the same way in America. Literally, it could be if things change, attitudes change, and I think it's pretty exciting because I don't think these electric cars. I don't look at them with the negative eyes that a lot of people out there look at them with. They're a great car. They really are a good car. I'm not trying to replace the gasoline engine because honestly, if everyone went electric, what would happen is it would just they wouldn't be the cheap, economical cars that they are right now. The electricity rates would skyrocket, and also good luck on getting a free quick charger. It wouldn't be so quick charging anymore because everyone else has electric cars, so you're going to be going to gigantic gas station like places and lining up to charge your car. So, oh, it's JJ's his Android phone keeps making noise.
What?
Every time it finds a Wi-Fi spot, it makes a noise like a Wi-Fi. So yeah. Anyways, so I don't want everybody to switch to electric. In some ways, I do. In some ways, I do because of pollution. I don't want to get too political because I know I get hammered every time I go political. But I do believe in pollution. I believe gasoline cars, we're poisoning ourselves. We're poisoning a lot of things, our children and stuff with our gasoline cars. And these are just as dangerous in some ways. If we don't act responsible with these cars after they're no good anymore, like the batteries are used up or they go in a car accident, if we don't dispose of the batteries correctly and responsibly, these cars can be just as bad to the environment as any gasoline car, maybe worse with the chemicals that are in these lithium ions. You don't want that going into groundwater. I've talked about that before anyways. But I do like the fact that these don't have any emissions. Yeah, I am. I thought I had more time. I don't want more emissions. I don't want more emissions. I like less, and these cars have less emissions. And my biggest thing I love about it is the noise reduction. I hate walking down the street over here, and you can't even. We're walking together. My wife and I are walking together. Can't talk to each other without yelling. It's so noisy. The cars driving by, the trucks and the cars and the bikes, and so I would like a few more electric vehicles out there just to help control the noise. So yeah. So I'm going to make a new video, hopefully someday soon, promoting my channel for the people out there who are either non-believers in electric cars or the people on the fence. And I hope that'll help. We're almost there, guys. Only 4.7 kilometers to go. I'll be there, according to the computer, in about 10 minutes. I have been vamping for as long as I can. I'm pretty much exhausted. Believe it or not, I'm tired of talking. And that's saying something to me. So bad!
Don't say my name.
Okay, I'll cut that out.
You would say
I did? Well, I'll cut that out. Anyways, I'm really tired. I'm tired. My wife can take over. Wifey? Take over. Ooh, I can't say wifey either, can I? Because that's Bjorn's word. Sorry, Bjorn. Okay, I'll try again. So anyways, I'm tired of talking. So, sweetie, take over. Good job. You're tired too, aren't you? Turbo! Me too, but you haven't told me what you felt like eating.
But there's not that restaurant right now. There's no restaurant.
I think there's something coming up soon. I think it's a Siberia coming up. We'll see. McDonald's? That's what? Turn soon again?
Yes.
Right. I'm so hungry. Of course his phone's dead, right? The battery's dead. Can't get a hold of him.
No.
That's the way he likes it. Little punk. Not this light. I thought it was gonna be this one.
That's new.
I could have stopped there.
No.
You're sick of convenience store food, aren't you? Me too. Lovely weather. It was supposed to be sunny today. They changed the whole forecast for 3 days. Today, tomorrow, Tuesday. Oh, it's Red Lobster. I don't want to eat Red Lobster. Does anybody like Red Lobster out there? Let me know. Because I sure don't care for it that much. You haven't eaten one? No, I've never been to one in Japan. It's probably better. Like Denny's over here. Denny's in Japan is completely different than Denny's in America. It is. It's weird. I mean, they do allow smoking still at these, but the menu is way better over here. The food is way better. It's Not the same. Not the same. They don't have any Grand Slams, that's for sure. Over here. So maybe Red Lobster is different over here as well.
Good lunch meal.
Maybe. I don't know.
Spicy.
It does? Looks old. How long has that restaurant been there? That's some kind of crab special going on right now. See? Of course, that's kind of an old sign. Yeah, so which lane do I need to be in? It always says that. Well, because you did that, now I lost my information. I don't know which lane to be in. I'll tell you. Yikes! It's probably this one that merges or ends or whatever. Or right turn only. So they do that. They do that a lot in this country. You know? The lanes will all of a sudden you're being in this lane, all of a sudden, bam! It's right turn only. It's like what? It's crazy. It seems okay to me. I got my eyes going all over the place then.
Why?
I'm busy doing this.
Oh.
I'm busy driving.
No.
Akamon? Is that Akamon?
Where?
Right
Yeah.
there. Akamon. No?
Okay.
No, you're killing me, really? Ah,
Watch out the car.
I see it. These curbs are terrible.
That's good.
I just want to turn around first.
Come on. Okay.
Just two of us, we can swing Akamon, no problem. Hi. Wakarimashita. I can't drink the juice here. Water. Aqua. No habla español. Sorry, I'm not very good in Spanish. Hola amigos. ¿Cómo estás?
やめた方がいいですね。
Yeah, you're right.
全然違うよって言われちゃう。
I know. I don't speak good Spanish, sorry.
でもいい。
I don't speak good Japanese either.
もういつの。
Really? I don't have a back loader.
I know.
Alright, talk later guys. Gonna eat. Bye.
No, I don't want to be in the
Why? You have a nice new hairstyle. Looks good. Show it off. See, look at that cute smile. Jeez Louise, seriously? He keeps facing my direction when he does that. Where's my Hashi? Can you guess what we're gonna eat today? Have you figured it out? Yeah, you know. Yakiniku. It's Korean barbecue. Real popular over here. It's really good. It's not here yet though. They're finished. Kimmy. What are you talking about? Howdy! We're back. Boy, that was good. I'll show you some video right now what we ate. Oh, it's good. Korean barbecue. Love it. Love it. Yakiniku. Yeah, we ate some yakiniku. And we're full now. Now we're gonna head out and hit Nissan. Oh, we gotta be close. I've seen Nissans everywhere right now.
Oh, he just charged it.
He just charged it. Is it on the left or right hand side? That's the question. Going around the corner. What's up? The dirt?
Like,
Landslide? Yeah. For too much rain.
Yeah,
What is it? Yeah, but that's not Akamo. Red Gate. Very good restaurant. Delicious food. We're almost. Oh wait, no, we're not. I thought that was it.
No.
Okay, well we're a little ways away still, but we're getting there. We're about 1.9 kilometers away. The speed limit on this street is 50. We're not going 44. Slowpoke, move!
Sure? It's 50.
Yes, 50. And we'll be there. Yeah, I see that. I just got stuck in the right turn only lane. Like, they do that sometimes. That's just weird. Boom! Your lane's gone. So right now we're in Chiba City area. It's really quite a big city. I've talked about it before, right? In Chiba. Is it the capital of Chiba? Oh, I did it again. Try again. Is it the capital?
Chiba?
Yeah, Chiba City. Yeah, Chiba City is the capital of Chiba. Yeah, and it's big, and so you feel like around here you kind of feel like you're driving through Tokyo. It's kind of nice. We're almost there. I'm just vamping away. Vamp, vamp, vamp. Lots of chargers. I'm looking at the map, but there's tons of chargers around. It's just crazy. That's probably Mitsubishi. What is that?
Nissan.
That's two Nissans right next to each other again.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it's
900 meters away. About 900 yards away, guys. Getting really close. Oops, I have that noisemaker on. I hate that thing. Always forget to turn it off. Anyways, we are the loaner car they gave us is actually a pretty decent car. Like I said, it's about the same. It was, I think it's the same year. I think it was about, they got it about the same time we got our car. And it has 13,495 kilometers. Very similar kilometers to our car. But this is the medium grade. This is what they call the X grade. We have the G, the top of line. And the little differences that are... I mean, it's a great car. Actually, as far as the car goes itself, the amount of money you saved just buying the X grade, the medium grade, wow, it's a great car. It's really worth the money. This one's incredible. It's got a lot of nice features. The only thing I don't like is it has the halogen headlights on it. And, oh, there's an accident.
Oh.
That's what's causing the traffic. There's a little bit of traffic here. That's so funny with all the police with their wands. Oh, stop! Gotta look at something here. Get their tape measures out, which we forgot. Oh. How do you do tie? Can I borrow their tape measures they're using right now to measure the stopping distance of the vehicles? Look at these two cars. Oh, that window's out. The back window's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Truck nailed that minivan. Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. Wasn't important. Never mind.
We're gonna pass this intersection.
And then got to turn left. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about the headlights. I'm not a big fan of those. Jeez, there's another one. Oh, that was a dealer. That was a dealer though. So yeah, there's a lot of lease driving around here, this area, more than our area. Nacho doesn't have that many. Right, and 300 yards, turn left. Okay. Yeah, there's a policeman right there. What's the speed limit here? Still 50? Not sure either. Oh, he was eyeballing me. He was eyeballing me, man. Ah, there it is. I shoot a shark. Oh, it's our back entrance?
Yeah, because it's on the...
It's on the left side. I mean, it's on the right side.
What is that then?
That is a tower. I don't know, some kind of tower. Probably for some school. There's a tunnel up ahead. Kind of reminds me of that area next to that theme park we went to. Took the kids to the bicycle theme park. All different weird bikes and stuff. There's a college on the hill, and underneath is a
Chiba
tunnel.
die here.
Yes, we're next to Chiba.
Hospital.
That's a hospital. Okay.
It's a hospital.
So, yeah. So I'm not a big fan of the halogen headlights, but you could change those, right? You can totally change those yourself. And I don't like the wheels, but once again, you can change those yourself. Everything else is pretty much the same as our car. It's got the heated seats. It's got the full cruise control and the full controls for all your other functions. It has a nice navigation system with the car wings and the Bluetooth. It's got the USB port. It has the heated steering wheel. I mean, it's loaded for the car. It's just it doesn't have the solar panel in the back, which I kind of like. I know it's useless, but I just like it. It's kind of cool. And it has the solar panel. It has the G grade has the LED light. Well, it's not completely useless. It puts a few watts back into your 12-volt system when you park. It has the G has the better lights, the LED lights, and the G has what else? I don't know. Oh, the wheels, better wheels.
They're parking.
Yeah. Oh, they pulled it out for us. That's so cool. It's a white one. It's a white one.
I said that.
Yeah, I'm telling them. They don't know. Look at that. Woo! Alright, guys. Alright, it's got to stop. Alright, let's do this. Let's drive a e-NV. That's recording. 変な感じ。詰まってる時。
何しんのかな。ここ？
あ、先です。そちらですね。じゃあ、リーフが出たところに入れてください。
ダイハツも出るかな。
違う。赤い車出るよ。
赤い車出るの？
じゃあ先に出てもらいましょう。
あの人。
誰？
The guy in front of us in the suit. I've seen him before.
No.
So not our dealership, but I've seen him somewhere.
どこに止めよう？
じゃあこちらに。大丈夫ですよ。
It's a little easier, I think.
モニターあるからね。
今の車はモニターないよ。うちの車はあるけど、この車は
台車なんですよ。
台車。
台車で借りてて。 モニターなくて。
Ooh, nice, nice job. Yeah.
よいしょ。
お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございます。
おお。
So I just want to find out about the 6.6 kilowatt thing. Or it's 3.3 or 6.6.
あれこれ How do you fold the mirror?
ちょっと待ってくださいね。それ調べてみますか。
ね。
Oh,
あ、ごめんなさい。How do you fold the mirror?
ありがとうございます。
How do you fold the mirror? Also, I wanna look at the back. Can we look at the back and like fold this? Can we?
Yeah, let's
Open
fold
the
this up.
back?
Yeah, fold it up. Yeah, let's do that.
Should I turn off the car?
Yeah, go ahead, turn it off.
I said, can you fold this mirror?
Yeah.
No. What is the
Oh,
button?
these don't fold.
No.
Is that the ETC slot? Or is this for
そうじゃない
cars?
ETC.
違うよ。違うでしょ
ETC じゃないの
No, I think it's just for hold.
What card? Oh, just the general card?
Sometimes they have that kind of seat. I don't know. Hang on a second. Let me see here. Real quick.
He's waiting.
Waiting for what?
You.
He said, wait a second.
Oh, that's right. Whatするの？できるの？
Yeah.
なんていうの？
That.
7人乗りもこれ？
And it locks it in. Okay.
これは？あ、できない。
Okay, I'll do it. It's not that hard. It doesn't come in a bag? That's the bag? I thought it was going to come in the picture they show in the manual. It's
Backpack?
just like the one we have in. It doesn't come with that?
これじゃないこれ。
Okay, they're locked in. So they won't move anymore.
ここなんでシートベルト。
Yeah. And then the other seats will go right here. Keiko Hiroyo, but pretty big. Back seats are comfortable, just no armrest on either side, so it kind of takes time to get used to. You have to unlock it, it locks.
But you can fold this side or this side, huh?
Yeah, that's nice.
But how do you get in and out like this?
What do you mean?
Kids, like, you can move.
Yeah, it doesn't slide. I had no idea it didn't slide. Yeah, pull that. There, that's fine. Yeah. There you go.
Like that? So, like,
Tight. You're right. We'll have to move it. You don't want to do this one because you have to do both. But all you have to do is pull once. You just pull like that, and it's unlocked. Now pull. Pull up.
every time.
That's kind of a pain in the ass. This side would be better. Putting kids in and out of the back.
Which side?
The driver's side actually, because this only needs one. That you have to unlock two things. This thing only needs one to unlock. As far as they recline is that.
We can't put the thing.
This thing's in the way, so adults are not gonna like sitting on this side. This thing is chojama. JJ's not gonna like it. He's gonna want to be on this side or at least here.
And we can't put the big tray here. We have to find a narrow thing. Or
It's comfortable. It's not bad.
we can recline this way.
No, you can't. That's as far back as it goes. You can come forward.
あ、できないんだ。
Hmm.
できないんだ。
I know. He doing that. I have to find the OBD2 while you're doing that.
Still recording though. You don't know the answer to what he's taking right now?
No, 6.63. I really don't. I want to know. OBD. Where's the OBD on this thing? OBD is not on this side. Ita. They hit it well. OBD. What their side? Well, that was that. Wasn't, I mean, I didn't get to drive it for too long, but the little bit I did drive it, it was informative. I felt it did fine. We went on some pretty steep hills. I floored it quite a few times trying to see what the acceleration was even on a hill, how to handle hills. No problems. And see, we left at 90, what was it, 91, 92% when we left. What did I say it was? I can't remember. It's probably on the camera. I'll put it up. I'll put it up with subtitle. Anyways, we left at that, and when we got back, it was 88%. And I don't know how many kilometer drive we did, but it wasn't super long, but it wasn't that short either. What is that? It wasn't too short.
It wasn't too short. Tesla was short.
What? Tesla was way shorter. Tesla test drive was way shorter. That was ridiculous. Anyways, it was a pretty decent test drive. Also, I found the OBD2 spot. I plugged in, and I actually got information. I did get some info. I don't know how accurate it all is, because I have some interesting numbers here. It is very interesting. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see that. I'll hold it as close as I can. That's the information. And what it says is it has 2,668 kilometers on the odometer. It has 76 quick charges and only 45 L2 charges on it. State of health, 89%. With 2,668 kilometers. That was interesting. Oh, that tells me too. We came back with 85. The state of charge on the OBD2 was saying 85. I think it was saying 88 on the car itself. So yeah. The thing is, it's Leaf Spy. It's not e-NV200 Spy. Well, I'm back. Battery went dead. Sorry about that. I turned the camera around for you guys. I'll show you a drive home in Super HD. Even though there's nothing to look at. The rain stopped though, so I turned the camera around for you guys. All I was saying was, I don't know how accurate what I showed you. I don't know how accurate the Leaf Spy is on an e-NV. Yeah, everything else is right on the money though. I mean, the amount of charges they did, the odometer setting, the battery temps are correct because the temperature tells me they're correct. So what interesting. Yeah, what I would say is I can't believe that health is already 89%. The car is not even a year old yet. They're almost to the point where they're getting to the point where they're gonna have to replace one of the cells in it to bring it back up to 80%. It's almost to I mean, they're not down that low yet, but I mean, half a year to 89 means in another half a year it could be almost 80% or even lower, maybe. Who knows? If it keeps falling at that rate, that's interesting. But maybe I think the battery must be different somehow. Well, it's not. It's the same battery. I can't figure it out. But I can't say. I don't know for sure how accurate that is, guys. For obvious reasons. It was plugged into an e-NV. Yeah. And also, I'm using the Leaf Spy the Lite. I haven't, because this isn't my device. This is my son's phone. So I didn't put the full version on his device. They have Leaf Spy Pro for iOS 8, and I have an iPhone, and so I've ordered the Wi-Fi OBD2 for it, and as soon as I get that, I will put the Leaf Spy on that, and so yeah. I just don't know. I don't know how accurate. It'll be interesting to see how accurate that thing is when I get. Yeah, when I get the iPhone version. Maybe I can go test drive that car again to see. I don't know. That was interesting. All I have to say, though, is even at 89%, it handled well. I mean, the range was... It wasn't like the battery was dropping like crazy or anything when I was driving, especially the way I was driving it. I first tried to eco drive, and I was doing great. I was getting... the battery was not dropping at all, hardly. And then when I started really flooring it to test out the power on hills and stuff... What's up? What's wrong, babe? What's wrong? Sorry about that. Got interrupted by my wife. Wants to get a shake, I think. I'm getting a shake. She's getting a drink. So that's today's deal. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of good information. The seats in the that was a 5-passenger, not a 7-passenger. There's 0 7-passengers in Japan, 0 right now, because they are 50 grand vehicles. Nobody has one. Nobody's purchased one, and none of the dealerships have one to looking at. They have for looking at. They only have 5-passenger versions, and we were lucky to find this thing. Even the 5-passenger versions are very few, and yeah. So I was lucky to find it. Check it out. There's a lot of things I like on it. There's some pretty cool things. Like I took a picture of the center console. We don't have an armrest on it, which that part sucks. I want an armrest, but the center console is really cool because you can open it up, and you can like put like big bags or briefcase right there to hold it for you. It's pretty cool. It's got a cool center console. It does come. The wagons come with the 1500 watt inverter, and you got a power plug on the front, underneath, right underneath here. Right in the middle of underneath the console, in the middle, and you also have a power plug in the back on the left-hand side, underneath the seat. Now the inverter on that thing is huge, and it's underneath the driver's seat, and it's gigantic. So if you're a full-size adult, you're not going to want to sit on the right-hand side in the back seat, right behind the driver's seat, because the seats in the middle don't slide back and forth. They're locked in to one spot, and they don't recline very well either. Hardly any recline to them. And so somebody with big feet like me, I have big feet. My feet are 30 centimeters. And somebody with feet like mine, you sit down and your feet can almost, from heel to toe, they're touching your seat, and they're touching the box underneath the front seat in front of you. It's pretty tight, and so it's not a very comfortable fit for an adult behind the driver's seat with that thing. The other side's much better. You have a lot more room to put your feet underneath the seat, so you have more room to move around. And I don't know what the third row's like. I don't know what the legroom's going to be like in that. I've seen pictures on the internet of people sitting in the third row, and they're adults, and it seems like okay, but I can't see the legroom, so I don't know. The seats are firmer than the Leaf. They are a firmer seat, but they have good support. They don't feel bad. Pretty comfortable. I did like that. They had nice. They're pretty good. You sit high. You do sit high in that car. I love that feeling. You sit nice and high. It's a very quiet ride. It's a tight car. Everything feels tight in it, and the steering's very fine. It's not too. It actually has. I think the steering's for a van. It's not bad. Okay, you don't get a lot of feedback because none of the cars have it anymore. I mean, I don't care what people say. Nothing out there, pretty much for modern Japanese cars, none of them have no natural feel, because not only they're power steering, but they're also electronic assist steering now. So there's no way you're going to get any kind of natural feedback from your tires with these new steering systems. It seemed fine to me though. We love the side mirrors. Oh, those beautiful big side mirrors. But they don't automatically fold up. You have to manually push them in like a truck. The side mirrors are great. They're huge. They're really good visibility. I have to say they're you power adjust them. You can adjust the angle of the mirror by using a remote control from the inside of the car, like most cars have anymore. But it was odd. It wasn't the smoothest thing. I had the hardest time trying to push the mirror out. The mirror was angled too far in. I wanted to push it out a little bit so I could see more on the. I didn't want to see so much of the car, the van itself. I wanted to push it out, and the motor would not want to push it that way. It was weird. It kept going up and down. I was like, no, I want to go to the right, and it was just that was crazy. So yeah, that was interesting. But I finally got to work. It has all the features of a Leaf pretty much. Heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's got the same air conditioning. It has the same heating mode, same heating system. It has car wings, nice navigation system. Full seg TV tuner, nice. Bluetooth. The car itself on the inside is pretty close to a Leaf. The things that are important that it's missing is the cruise control. I really wish it had cruise. It does not have cruise control. The seats, like I said, are a little harder than the Leaf, but you sit higher and they have good support. It's still comfortable. It was a fine comfort ride. The back seats aren't going to be too great. They're not if you're an adult. I'll be honest about that. For our purpose, it's fine. We're using it for, we'd be using it for driving kids around if we had one. It'd be a school bus. So for our purpose, it'd be fine. It's supposed to go with a 6.6 kilowatt charger, and I asked the guy, and he was gone for the longest time, and he never really did get a good answer. He doesn't know. He really doesn't. He finally came out and said, man, it's probably 3.3. I don't know, though. The fact that they had no documentation about what kind of charger's in it, and the people he called didn't have an answer right away. And so he's just guessing. I know he's just guessing. He's assuming because the Leaf is only 3.3 over here, that the van is only 3.3. That's possible. It is possible. However, the van is made in... It's not made over here. That thing's made in Spain. So there's a good chance it could have a 6.6. They just put that one charger in all the vehicles and ship them out, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. So, let's see. Was there any negatives? The negatives about the car. What are the negatives about the car? What stuff you did not like about it, sweetie? Anything?
Yeah.
You didn't like the fact it wasn't auto folding. You had to manually push the mirror in. Okay, I know. That's just terrible. I know.
So cheap.
It is kind of a cheap feel. It is kind of a cheap feel there. That part was kind of cheap.
That you're paying.
I know. You're paying $50,000. $50,000. $50,000 car, and they can't have automatic folding mirrors. Actually, for $50,000, it's missing a lot of stuff. Cruise control, LED lights. It doesn't. Oh, by the way. This is a little tidbit information. The 5-passenger van, the 5-passenger version, comes with the battery cooling system that Nissan made a big deal about with this car, saying, "Oh, don't worry about range because you can charge as much as you want. It's got a battery coolant system. It's gonna be fine. You'll never overheat the battery. Blah blah blah." Well, the 7-passenger doesn't come with it. It's in really teeny tiny small little print. As a matter of fact, my dealer didn't even catch it the first time I was looking at it. I found it and I pointed out to him, and he's like, "Oh, you're right. There's no coolant, battery coolant on that thing, is there?" I was like, "Yeah." So that's important information. So you're paying $50,000 and they can't even put a battery coolant system in the thing. That's only in the 5-passenger or the vans or the work van version. Dude, I want to move over, dude. Thank you. Guy was texting. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's a rental car too. Nice. Nice rental. Little Demio. Mazda Demio. He's doing it again. What are you doing in there? Pay attention. Okay. So, here we go. I'm going to enjoy the drive, guys. Enjoy the drive. Hey, how you doing? Well, obviously my memory card was the next thing to fill up. First, battery went dead, and I pulled over immediately, changed the battery, and then my memory card filled up. So sorry I couldn't I couldn't film the whole trip. Also, I stopped off at on the way back. I stopped off at my dealership and picked up my car. They think they found the problem. They ordered the parts, so they'll have a. Hopefully, it'll be fixed in a short time. Honestly, I think they're wrong, and it should be pretty interesting to see after do all that work if it fixed. I even warned them. I said, I said, you guys don't know for sure. You don't know what's going on for sure. So, what happens if it turns out you're wrong and it still makes a noise? They don't seem to care. So I might get some new parts. He says, well, just do one part at a time until we find the right thing that's broken. So I was like, really? It's like your money. So if your money and your time, if you want to do that, that's fine with me. I get a whole new engine down there. So they're going to change the air conditioning power booster first. And they think that's what's causing the noise. So we'll see about that. I got my car back. Everything checked out fine. I got a clean bill of health on everything, including the battery. It kind of gave me the computer they plug into, the computer will actually it's like Leaf Spy, but their own version, and so it knows how many times you've quick charged and how many times you slow charged, and it kind of binged me on my quick charges. Instead of getting a 5-star rating, I got a 4-star rating because it said I was doing too many quick charges, which is ridiculous because I've had it for a year and I have 76 charges for quick charges on it. And like I said, the other car we borrowed before that white car, before that, while this was in the shop, that thing had what, 150 roughly, about 150 quick charges, twice as many quick charges on it as this car. And it's fine. The battery's fine on that. So it's kind of, they're always, Nissan's always the one. I said that to the guys. Like, you guys are always one saying, don't worry about, you can quick charge every day. If you quick charge even every day, once a day, every day, for the whole life of the car, it's only going to affect your battery 1% compared to, just doing normal charging. That's what they tell me all the time. Nissan's saying it all the time. And yet their computer still bings you for having 76 charges in a year's time. Whatever. So... yeah, I think I was talking about on the e-NV, the battery health on that. I don't understand that because it has hardly any charges on it, and quick charges and slow charges are pretty low because it only has a little over 2,000 kilometers on it. Well, 2,600 kilometers on it for miles on it so far. So I don't understand. Only thing I can think of that they're doing that might have affected the battery is when they quick charge 100% every time. Even then, I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad battery. Maybe they just got unlucky and got a bogus battery in that vehicle. Who knows? I'm confident mine won't be like that. But we'll find out. What I really am not too worried because I got a 5-year warranty on the battery, so not too big of a deal to me. Nissan, I've noticed Nissan's been really good with us on all of our stuff, so I have no worries with that at all. Yeah, so anyways, let me show you some of my new stuff I got for this car. When I went in for the checkup, like I said, I put on some options. And got some new options, and I'll show them to you right now. So the first option is this little button here. It's really cool. Cool little button. And what that does, let's see. It's kind of hard to show you because I'm parked right now. But what it does is, it's a TV kit. So normally when you're driving, you don't have access to your navigation controls. So you go here and like all these different controls. A lot of them are blocked out. You can't operate them while you're driving. It won't let you do it. Here too, right? It looks like that kind of while you're driving. And what you do is you just hit that button there. A little red light comes on. It's really cool looking. And now you can like watch TV. You can watch TV while you're driving. You can access all your navigation controls while you're driving now. It's really nice. Quite a nice feature. And I put that in. It wasn't too expensive of a kit. What it does, it just tricks the car into thinking the brake is on. Or not the car, but tricks the head unit. Tricks the head unit into thinking the brake is still on while you're driving, even though it's not. And then the other option is right here. I'm pointing at it because you might not be able to see it very well. It's an outlet. Regular outlet for devices. I put a 100 I think it's 100 watt only, 100 watt inverter in the car, and so I have an outlet now to plug in my laptops or whatever I want to, DVD player, whatever I want to plug into it. And that's pretty cool. I like that feature because my family and I are always fighting over the USB port on this puppy, and the outlet's going to give me more power. I'll be able to charge up my cameras much quicker with that. So that was what I did. Those are the options I put onto the car while it was in the shop as well. So now I've got quite a few options on this puppy. It's pretty much maxed out on all the stuff I can do to it now. So yeah. Yep. So don't know what else to talk about. Oh, that's right. I had the big surprise, the big news. Should I tell you? Should I say anything? It doesn't, I mean, I can say something because it's not like we're still wondering if it's going to work out or anything. It's totally working out. It's worked out. It's just that it has such a long wait. Okay, anyway, I'll let you know. We did order the e-NV about a week ago. We ordered the e-NV200, and the loan was approved, and we're going for it. I wouldn't, that's a $50,000 car. I wouldn't normally do that because the loan was, we were looking at $700 a month for a loan on that car. For I think it was an 8-year loan at $700 a month, something like that. It was kind of a ridiculous number. And normally I wouldn't do it, but they had a really, I guess Nissan's decided they want to try to sell the cars now. They've offered a pretty good campaign right now where they put money with their money on top of the money we get from the government, where it's over 10 grand that goes back into the car. We can put it right to the loan. That's not normal either. Normally you can't do it over here, and we're able to put it right back into the loan. So it's a standard loan, and the monthly payments are about the same as this current car. So to combine cars, it's a hefty monthly payment, but what it works out to is actually in the summertime, it's going to be cheaper than what we're paying right now with our current van. With even that van is $50 a month for its loan. It's a ridiculous, stupid loan because, well, I'm paying it off next month even. I mean, it's just so much. It was such a small loan to begin with, but I just didn't want to deal with I wanted to save my money up. And I did like a ridiculous low payment loan, like $50 a month loan for a couple of years. And anyways, so that the monthly payment plus the parking we have to pay with that big car, we have to park it somewhere else. It doesn't fit in our parking. The e-NV will actually just barely, but it will fit in our parking. So we'll save money on parking and on the gasoline. And with those, the parking, the gasoline, and combined with the $50 a month car payment in the summertime is actually more than what our monthly payment is going to be with the e-NV. And Nissan's being really cool. They're being really cool. They're not making us buy or pay for that charging system. We're not having to pay for the charging network. They're going to let us use the charging network card that we have for this car. We're going to be able to use it with that. So it saves us quite a bit of money there. We're still having to pay, we pay in advance for the maintenance package they have. You pay for the maintenance package. And on this car, we pay, the maintenance package is included with our charging network. I told you this before. We pay $15 a month. Well, actually, it's now $30 a month, and it covers all the chargers in Japan, all of them, all over 6,500 chargers we can use as much as we want. But it also covers our maintenance program for all the checkups, all the like this last checkup, the 1 year check. The 1 year check that didn't cost me a penny because I already paid for it kind of in those monthly payments. So that, plus we have a thing called Shock-In. First time is 3 years, after that every 2 years. It'll cover that, and that's an expensive thing. Shock-In is really expensive usually, but it's covered. In that monthly $30 a month payment program, it covers that as well. It covers all of our maintenance checks and stuff, and also covers the charging. And it still works out a little, for a lifetime of our vehicle. We get to use it for a lifetime of our vehicle. And it's still, if you do the monthly payments and add them all up, it's still less than, what Tesla charges for their supercharger network. So it's a pretty good deal. I think it's fine. Because it also covers all the car maintenance as well. Now, the van, they're not making me pay for the charging network, but they do it differently on the van, so I'm able to get away with this. On the van, you pay in advance. You just pay everything up front. And I'm paying like $600 for 5 years of maintenance on it because I don't have to pay for the charging network. And so that's really cool. Saves us a lot of money on that. So yeah, I think they did a good job on that. What's going on here? Yep, that looks disgusting. Not my kind of soup, but whatever. So anyway, that's our big news. I am going to get an EMV. The problem is, this is the reason why I was kind of hesitant about telling you. It takes 8 months to get one over here. It might be quicker, but it might be longer. They said it could even be longer. They don't know, but their estimate is 8 months. We have to wait to get the car. So they're being really cool about the loan too. You know, normally you start, you give them money down, and you get approved for the loan, and then they order the car. That's how they do it usually. I don't know about other countries. That's how they do it over here. But because it takes so long to get the car, we're not having to start the loan for a long time. So it gives me time to save up my money so I can put a bigger chunk down on the car. Hopefully get my monthly payments even less. And also they said, because we've planned for 8 months, they said if it does show up early, like it might show up in 6 months, if it shows up in 6 months, because we've already set for 8 months, and it gives me, I'm expecting 8 months to save up money for a down payment on a car. If it does show up early, they're going to let me have the car and still not start the loan until the 8 month mark, and they'll start the loan up. So it's crazy. I mean, I'm telling you, I am really happy with Nissan. Now, I've heard a lot of negative stories out there from other people about Nissan. You don't hear very many positive stories, and I'm telling you, this is a big positive story. Nissan is doing really well by us with that. They're really helping us out. They're doing, it's just great. It's just, I couldn't ask for more. I mean, if the car shows up early, they're going to let us use it for work, and I won't even be no money down or anything. I don't have to do anything until the 8 month mark, the mark that the date we set for if the car, But they said there is a chance it could show up early, and then they don't want it sitting around their lot, so they'll register it to us, but we won't even start the loan. I don't know how they're going to do it. But they say they'll figure it out. But they're going to somehow register it to us still, even without the loan. We've been approved for the loan, but what we did is I think they called it like a pre-loan. What it is just to make sure that we'll be approved for the main loan. So we did like a pre-loan. We go through it's through Nissan Finance, and we did a pre-loan, and the Nissan Finance says, okay, you guys are fine. You're fine. You check out good. So if you fill out the paperwork for the real loan, you'll get approved immediately. No worries. Okay. And so that's what we did. We did a pre-loan to just make sure our credit was fine. It was fine. We're okay for the loan. So we haven't even really filled out the paperwork for the real loan yet. We're not going to do that until December, pretty much. And so if the car showed up in October, like they're thinking it could, we'll be driving around without even doing the loan work. Have you heard that anywhere else? I mean, Nissan's just, wow. Talk about class act. The reason why they're doing it is because they feel bad that they can't give us an exact date when the car is going to show up. And they know how it is on us. It's kind of hard on us to not know. Also, it's hard on us because we want it sooner. We want to use it right away, if possible, for our work. It's going to be my work vehicle. I'm going to use it for my school bus. And it's going to save us a lot of money. A lot of money. Right now, we're using that gasoline van, and it's killing me. It gets like 4 kilometers to a liter, which works out to, what is that? 4, 8, 12 kilometers to a gallon. No, 4, 8, 12. Almost about 15 kilometers to a gallon. That works out to, it's terrible, like 7 or 8 miles to the gallon, I'm thinking. 7 or 8 miles to the gallon that thing's getting. So it kills me. It's just killing me financially on that thing, especially in summertime when you have the air conditioning on and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to using this work van, but we just don't know when we're going to get it. It is at least 8 months. Well, it could be sooner, but it also could be longer. He says it could be 10 months. They just don't know. So they're being really classy to us. They're just really going out of their way for us. They don't have to do this, and they're just doing it anyways, and that's really cool. And I think it's just because they know how much I'm in love with the electric cars, and I really, really like the Leaf. And even though my Leaf is acting up, it's making little noises, nothing other than that, nothing wrong. Everything works. It just makes little noises once in a while, and we're trying to find those, and we're gonna fix it eventually. Hopefully, that's what they think it is. Hopefully, that is the problem. I'm just loving this car, and I'm loving the service. The service is. I was a little nervous at first because before I bought this car, I did a lot of checks around and stuff, and I went to the Leaf forums and stuff, and I heard a lot of negativity out there from Leaf owners. But I have to say, with my dealership, the one I'm dealing with, Class Act, they're doing great. I'm not nervous at all about buying these cars. And also, the Leaf and the e-NV, they have that battery warranty for at least 80% for 5 years of the vehicle. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's really good. I mean, I know some people say only 80%, and that's fine, dude. That's fine. The car I tested today, I showed you, 89%, and that's terrible for already. And it's only a 6-month-old vehicle and 89%. But we drove around at 89%, and it was doing great. The mileage was doing fine. I was doing great. For as heavy of a big a vehicle it wasn't like a Leaf, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, we could have probably on that charge, I could have probably gone about 90 miles easily on that car at 89% health. So 80% is not going to kill me that much more. I'm not worried about it. So like in 5 years from now, like in 4.5 years, if my battery's at 80% of this car, that's fine. It's fine. Also, like I said earlier, how many chargers are here and how many are doubling next year, and they're just going to keep going until all of Japan is saturated with them. Even when the battery's at 70%, I'm going to be fine. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, and I'm really impressed with how durable these batteries are turning out to be. They're extremely durable, and also just how good the service is on this end over here. Nissan's doing great, and I'm sure it's that way for you guys over there. But I think there's a lot of negativity from people that maybe have had a bad experience with a certain dealership. I think the majority of dealerships in the other countries in America, UK, Norway, South America, Mexico, wherever you're at, I think the majority of dealerships are just like mine. I think once in a while you do get a bad one, and I think those are the people that. Let's just be honest. You hear more negative. Negativity is easy to, how to say it. People are quicker to make noise about a negative experience than they are about a positive. Positive experience, just they keep it to themselves. Negative experience, they want to share it with everybody. And I'm telling you right now, I'm having really good positive experience. Even though my car's giving me trouble right now, I'm not worried a bit because they have been just going above and beyond with their customer service and giving me a loaner car for as long as I want. And they could have held on to the car longer, but I could have kept the loaner car even longer, but I love my car, and it's just making a little bit of noise right now. Nothing serious yet. So I just took it back, and they're great guys. Just really good deal. So yeah, that's the big news. e-NV200 in our future. I'm really looking forward to it, because like I said, in the summertime it's going to be cheaper, in the wintertime it's about the same. With the gas mileage, with the gas mileage on the other car, the monthly payments are about the same. So like I said, thanks to they have a new campaign. As what they're doing is, normally in Japan, I don't know if you know this, but like cars over 6-7 years old, you get zero money. In fact, sometimes you have to pay for them to take it. And what this campaign is, our van is, what is that, 13, almost 14. Coming, I think. Coming October, it's a 14-year-old car. And so, normally get nothing. We'd have to give them something to take it. Even though it's in great condition, it's a great car. It's just, Japan, nobody buys cars older than 4 or 5 years old, really. They don't. I was unusual for buying. But that's why I got it so cheap. I think the car was $3,800 cash for that car. I didn't pay cash, right? They wanted $3,800 cash. I did a loan, but I put like over $2,700 down, so I only had like $1,000 left on the loan. That's why I'm paying only $50 a month on that. And it was a great car, except the mileage. The fuel economy is just awful on it. Other than that, the car's a solid car. It's just a waste I think it's just a waste how people throw away cars so quickly over here. Anyway. So normally you don't get anything. They're offering me over $2,000 for that car, just as a trade-in for the new van. Plus they're giving me I'm getting another $1,000 worth of options for free. cool stuff to put into the car, including a special coating, 5-year coating on the car and stuff. Normally you have to pay, the coating alone is over $700 on a van that size, and that's free, plus some other stuff I got included. And so they're really trying hard. Now they're finally kicking it up to sell the car. They're trying hard now. And along with the government money, it all combines together with over 10 grand. I'm getting over 10 grand back, and I can put it right back into the loan. That's another thing they don't usually do, like I said before. So our monthly payments are going to be low. Well, lower than it would have been. A lot lower than what it would have been. So it's kind of cool. It's really, actually, I'm really excited. I'm going to have a 7-passenger minivan, which is really cool. It's got a 1500 watt inverter. And then I have this car, which is really cool. And I got a 100 watt inverter on it. And combined, if you look at sticker price combined, it's like $90,000. And I got two for less than the price of a Tesla Model S over here. I got two electric vehicles. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to showing it to you when it gets here. It's a little different than the car we test drove today. Like I said, it doesn't have the battery coolant. I don't know why they took it out. 7-passenger doesn't get the battery coolant system, which we're a little bit bummed about, because with that being a heavier car and not so aerodynamic on the highways and stuff, we'll be quick charging a lot more often on our trips and stuff, and we're gonna run the risk of overheating the battery now, and might, so it could slow our trips down. We might have to stop and wait for quite a while before we can start charging again. So that's got me a little bummed out, but yeah, I'm looking forward to showing it to you guys. All right, I think I rambled on enough. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't anything too special. Oh, I can't even show it. Oh, I'm in the wrong car. I was going to show you what we did. We still had over 60% battery when we got to the dealership. Traveled not that much, like 40-some kilometers altogether, I think. I think it was only 40-some kilometers altogether. But I'm just saying, that's the reality of everyday driving life. That's the reality. I'm in the car still because we're about to go back out. And if I had the loaner car still, I wouldn't be charging still. I'll just go back out. We're going to do grocery shopping next. An everyday life of these electric cars, 80% charge is, wow, well more than enough for everyday life. And you're still, for everyday life, I only charge the car like 2 or 3 times a week for everyday life. And that's more than enough. And I don't drive it like I do on my trips. I drive it like a normal car, XL, and everything's like normal. And using the heater and the air conditioning when I need to. I don't drive it the same as when I do my trips. And that's why I wanted to do this video today. But I still haven't bought a new memory card, so I'm still using the one to GoPro memory cards on this camera I'm talking to you on, and also the batteries. I guess they weren't charged up. So we'll try again some other time. Talk later.